If you've ever wondered how appointment setting actually works and actually do it the right way, there are only three types of leads you need to understand in order to be a professional when it comes to actually setting the right appointments and making sure they show up with high intention to actually buy or make a decision on the spot, or that they actually want to join even before having on the call. So this is very very easy. In order to actually get there, there are a few things you need to have in the first place. You need to have the right mindset when approaching these leads. Means you need to always approach them with a neutral tone and only wanting to genuinely help them out, nothing else. You don't want to sell them anything. You don't want to be a guru. You don't want to be doing any of those type of weird stuff. And second thing, which is very important to say as well, have the skill set. Because if you don't have the skill set, the mindset is useless. The same thing, if you don't have the mindset, the skill set is useless. Those go hand in hand, and that's how appointment setting works. You need to actually understand how human psychology works and make the person you're gonna talk to make them feel understood. Like you need to be that person that is able to actually make those people feel understood. So the type of leads, there is a normal lead, we have the inferior lead, and we also have the superior lead. The difference between those three is very very simple. The normal lead, very very normal. Their psychology is very balanced. Normal interest, they're not arrogant. Some skepticism because they're human and they're very logical. So your job is to make sure you're not over explaining, you're not overselling. So those type of things they go out the window. What you need to do on the other hand though is to make sure you build enough trust, speak from level to level, and the most important thing with everyone, not it doesn't matter if it's inferior, superior, or normal, share insights, use proof, and give value. Of course, you want to make sure you don't overdo it because you don't want to seem desperate. That's the most important thing ever. Here's an example line. Like someone's telling you that they struggle to get started with YouTube automation because of X, Y, and Z. And you're something like, yeah, most guys in your spot struggle with X, Y, and Z. And we've helped them by X, Y, and Z. And then you need to ask the next question depending on where you're at in the conversation at that moment. Or we've helped people in a similar position fix this by doing X, Y, and Z. Like that can happen for, every single type of lead. But that's just a normal way of doing it. It's the same thing here with the inferior lead. Like the inferior lead, like the name says, it's an inferior lead. That guy is going to be like all over the moon with a business owner. They're going to admire him. He's going to talk a lot. He's going to overshare. He's going to be like, yeah, I've been following you for a while, and I love your content. And like those guys, they have the lowest intent to buy most of the times because they don't even know you're selling something, or even if they know, they're going to be like, yeah, I don't think it's that expensive. No, there's low commitment because it's they're oversharing. Like that's what I've noticed most in this space. And what most setters do wrong is they get comfortable and they start vibing. They assume they're qualified because they're being so open about the situation. Oh yeah, I remember. Most of them are broke. Most of them that are inferior leads and they're like, yeah, I've been following for a while and bro, I love your content. And they're broke. Most of them are broke. And there's low commitment because they either work a job they are afraid to let go, and like there are more things to that. So most setters don't even push for commitment. So they just fucking flake so easily. What you need to do on the other hand is get commitment, fuck the excitement, forget about that. No hype, because the hype doesn't guarantee a sale, not even booking a call. And even if they book and they show up, it's gonna be a waste of time for the closer. So you need to slow them down, ask qualifying questions, and make them prove they're actually serious. Some examples are here, like, like that's cool. What are you actually willing to change to make this work now? Or on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious would you say you are about fixing this now, and why now? Or what happens if you don't fix this in the next 6 months? Or you can even use, why it's important for you to make this change now, since you've been trying for, 6 years, 10 years. It really depends on what you're talking with them. You want to get commitment down because they can still pay, but you want to make sure that those people are actually committed to the process, right? It's very, very important. And it's kind of like the same with superior leads, because they're going to be like, yeah, I know everything, and like they have high ego. They're gonna test you. They're gonna ask difficult questions. They're gonna like try to flip the dynamic of the conversation, and they will want control. They're not bad. They're just being dominant. So what weak setters do, they get defensive. They start over explaining. They start justifying. They lose the frame, and once you lose the frame, it's over. You won't see those guys anymore. And most of these guys, they mostly pay once you actually put them in their place. So your goal with them is to maintain the frame, don't try to impress them, and you need to evaluate them like a consultant. Because your goal is to see if you can help them. They're asking for help. You're not asking for them to buy, So you need to put it back on them. And it need to be something like, like if they start asking like serious questions or like hard questions, like why should I work with you? I mean, it depends. I'm not even sure if you're good fit to work with us yet. What exactly are you trying to achieve right now, so I can make sure I can actually help you in the first place? Like that can be at the beginning of the conversation. Like you want to shift the pressure back. You don't want them to like take control. And if they start playing games, you can be like straight up. I'm not sure if we are fit yet. We only work with people that we are confident we can 100% deliver. But that goes both ways. It depends on what you're looking to achieve, right? Maybe you can't 100% put in the work. So I want to make sure you're actually a good fit to work with us. Now they qualify themselves, why they're actually qualified to put in the work and how they will actually do the job if they have the right strategies. And then they're in the bag, yeah? It's very easy to actually book them in for a call and make them to be genuinely excited if you put them in their place and you actually show that you're the expert and you're not looking for an easy sale. You're just looking to help. And if you can help, that's it. If not, have a nice day. It's quite easy. So you want to make sure you can drop strong insights, like I told you with a normal lead. Insights, value, pretty much, you can even coach them if you're competent. That shifts the energy completely because they will see you as the authority right away. So if you're able to maintain the frame and provide enough value and insights, it means you'll also maintain the power. So this is the main difference between those leads. I think this is very important to know because, like I mentioned, if you can spot right away which lead is which, you're going to be able to know how to properly handle those conversations right away. So if this sounds like you want to do as well, start appointment setting, or you're even an appointment setter, but you can't find the right offers to make 5K a month, 8K a month, or even maybe like 10K a month. I know how frustrating that can be because I was there as well before. And the most important thing you need to do with that as well is networking, not networking, but networking. I fucked it up here, I know. But if you don't know how to network, there's a video on my YouTube channel. Just, press somewhere here and you're gonna be able to see it. Or if you have any other questions, just send me a message and I'll make sure to get back to you and see how I can help you. Just message me Myro and I'll just get back to you with some help. Once again, have an amazing day, stay blessed, and make sure that 2026 is your year. Take care. Peace.